I thought it was a great performance. Really from the second half or the second quarter on, just in how our guys decided to go out there and play the game, and it was great to get the win.
First question will be Irish Rafael from Warcamp.
Yeah, if you can talk about the decision to go with Tate, and then what obviously Jordan just played an incredible game. Have the injuries been what's been holding him back so far?
Yeah, I think when you look through the course of the week, we had a banged up quarterback room. And James had a couple issues that he's working through. Obviously, Jordan, I'd like to say that the performance showed from all the work he got in practice, but he really missed the majority of this week of work. But it showed really our football team that the way that you prepare, you have to maximize the opportunities that you get, physically. But even with Jordan being limited, I mean, the way that he was able to execute the game plan that we had, it showed the mental preparation. And we got some work out of him yesterday in practice, and we said that we would look at how he felt there in pregame. We knew we were going to be going with Tate, and I appreciate the way that Tate prepared this week, and really did some good things in practice, and Tate's got a great future in front of him. Obviously it was a first start as a true freshman. There's some things that he'd like to have back and some opportunities, but Jordan told us in pregame that he felt like that he could go out and play at a high level, and so we wanted to give him that opportunity, looking for a spark, and we knew that we could potentially get a spark with his legs, but you saw all the work that he's put in throughout the off season, and the opportunities that he's had in fall camp, and what he was able to do with his arm. Just really proud of that young man, and he sees the moment, and excited about what the future's can be for him. We got to make sure that he continues to take care of himself, and obviously the things that he's doing, to continue to practice, continue to develop, but really proud of the way that he played tonight.
Next will be Chris Meade from Knowles 247.
Hey, Coach, how much does Jordan's legs just allow the offense to kind of find its footing, run the ball aggressively? You guys ran the ball very well from the point he entered the game on, not solely because of him making plays, but it seemed like the O-line blocked better and the backs felt invigorated, I would say.
I think he provides another threat, and I do think the O-line. I mean, that group, we played a lot of people up front, and we had a couple guys that were out tonight, and obviously some new opportunities for guys to step up, and I think Jordan provides that threat. I thought he did a good job in the run game, forcing the defense to have to account for him. I thought he did a good job of taking the perimeter when he had opportunities to do that, and then obviously it opened up some good run lanes for the backs, and got to have to credit the offensive line. When you look at that type of rushing performance, you were really pleased with the work that they were able to do, even playing as many guys as we have.
Next will be Kurt Weiler from Tallahassee Democrat.
Jordan talked about coming into the season after kind of being a guy who's, I think, looked at more or been used, I guess, more as a guy who you think or know is going to be running, wanting to show he has that arm too. I guess how nice was it for him to go out there and show that he can make those throws, and what can that do for him as a runner if he's able to kind of keep defenses honest as a passer?
Oh no, I mean, no question, and it's something that I've seen in practice, and I've seen him go out there and throw the ball with great velocity, with great accuracy. The thing that I was so pleased with tonight is you saw the fundamentals really carry over into the game, and coupled with not really being able to practice as much this week, I think that just is a tremendous compliment to the young man to stay focused on those little things, and when the moment was there, he definitely. Was on point and hit some unbelievable throws down the field. I mean, really just was a tremendous spark for the offense and really our entire football team.
Next will be Perry from Tomahawk Nation.
Coach, something you mentioned that the team was really emphasizing this last week was third down on both sides of the ball, and I believe you all went 10 for 16 on offense, and then Jacksonville State only got 3 of 10 Could you just kind of evaluate how you think the team responded to that challenge that you put forth to them?
It's something we work a lot on. We know that's going to be critical in every game. I was glad to see that we were able to extend drives offensively. It allowed us, I think we had, 84 snaps on offense, and, we were able to mix the tempo. We also had the ball for, 34, almost 35 minutes, which is something that you want to be able to see. It obviously allows our defense to play less snaps, but, the defense also helped itself by, being able to get off the field. There were still some missed opportunities, that we'd like to have back. We have to continue to work on the communication, the discipline, the details of trusting those fundamentals and finishing plays when we get the opportunity. I think there was a couple times we had them in the backfield and allowed them to extend the drive. But it's all in all, it was an improvement in all aspects. I think our guys. They embraced, like I mentioned, Wednesday might have been our best practice since we've been here, and that was our third down, red zone, emphasis. So it was good to see that show up in the game.
Next will be Aslan Hajibindi from Postgame.
Coach, did anything change game plan wise when you had to switch over to Jordan? I mean, I know you've coached, different kind of quarterbacks, but his sort of skill set, I don't really think of Mike Berkovich or Riley Ferguson or Brady was really kind of the dual threat kind of guy like he was. Did anything have to change for you and Kenny when Jordan went in?
No, we ran the offense, and Jordan's very similar to Taylor Kelly, who I was able to coach for 3 years at Arizona State. A young man that is versatile in all aspects, but he's what I love about him is that he doesn't always just rely on his legs, and he being able to extend plays. I think maybe my favorite play of the night was when he scrambled and was able to hit Terry Wilson there on the comeback over on the far side. That was probably my favorite play because the defense was able to work up trying to get to him, and he still kept his eyes down the field through a great strike. It was really a big play for our offense just to see him in that moment on a third down. But for Jordan, he's just going to continue to work. We don't have to really change anything. He opens up some unique opportunities with what he can do with his legs, but we just want to take what the defense gives us.
We'll go back to Kurt from the Democrat.
You mentioned Jordan and what he could do for the running back some. There were guys who I didn't think any of them had found the end zone through 2 games. And I think you saw improved offensive line play as the game went on, but I think you also saw kind of all 3 of their individual playmaking ability. How nice do you think that will be for them going forward to kind of find that success today?
I think it's great. You look at Lawrence, Jashawn, and LaDamian. Those guys haven't been here for very long, and they're all newcomers to the program. You mentioned the offensive line and just the number of different units we've had to run out there. We've had so many combinations already in the first 3 games, but it shows guys are trying to maximize the opportunities that they get, and I think that you see that growth. I'm excited about our offensive line and obviously that running back group, and as we continue to gain in our confidence, and tonight was big because we needed to see that a positive outcome from that really helped showcase the work that they've been putting in, and like I said, it worked out how it needed to, I believe.
Next we'll go to Corey Clark from Working.
Corey, you're on mute. That's a good press conference. You're still on mute, Corey. Zoom 2020.
How about now? You got me now?
I got you now.
Sweet. Congratulations on the win. It looked like you had some words for Jarian after the unsportsmanlike on the kickoff. I don't know. You can't really go into what he said, but did he get the message? Does the team get the message? Because 10 penalties again, it was a nice win. It was a great comeback, but moving forward, that's the stuff that has to get cleaned up, right?
Yes, sir. And I don't want to repeat and probably shouldn't repeat the words where some of the things that were said. So we're going to continue to emphasize doing things to a certain standard. And there were some foolish penalties that showed up. There were some things that were technique penalties that showed up. Some holding calls on the perimeter. We had, we just got to continue to work to keep our hands inside. We had a couple of false start, penalties that, it's a continued work in progress for us. I can tell you that we are our guys are being held accountable to what the standard is, and at the end of the day, we're going to get this fixed. It's going to get eliminated, and so we're going to continue to push forward, because you get 10 penalties, in a game, and it's really challenging to go out there and be able to sustain success because of some of the things that you have to overcome. So we're going to get that corrected, and we're going to continue to emphasize that and do it in every area.
All right, we have 2 more. Next one will be Chris Nee.
Hey, Coach. How much should the team just need the injection of confidence that comes with a win, with sustained drives, back-to-back successful drives, and getting some stops on defense as well?
I think it's like I said at the beginning. It wasn't pretty, throughout at some points tonight, but it might have been exactly what we needed. We needed to be able to respond to adversity. We needed to be able to go out there and sustain success throughout those moments, and to be able to feed off of each other. Obviously had some explosive plays offensively. Special teams had a couple explosive plays defensively. Got some great stops. You've got Asante, you got another interception that was critical throughout the course of the game. Those are things that you want to see. You want to see all phases being able to really build and build off of each other's performance, and really be able to create that momentum and sustain that momentum through the end.
All right, last question. We'll go back to Ira for more team.
Is Ira on mute too?
I thought I did it. Rough night. After everything this team's been through over the last 9-10 months, and then the way that the season started, I mean, how good was it to walk in that locker room tonight? What did that feel like, just seeing the way the guys, I'm sure, were celebrating?
And I love seeing their smile, and it's like we talk about it. You learn from every experience, and we talked about it in pregame. I mean, tonight had an opportunity to be a defining moment, and not just tonight. I mean, obviously this is the game, but the week of practice. Nobody was feeling good about ourselves. Early in this week. And, there's a lot of challenges that we've had to overcome. There were some guys that were not available tonight for a variety of different reasons, and other guys had to step up. But, to be able to go out there and to overcome the adversity that we saw early in this contest, I mean, it was a tremendous joy to be able to walk in that locker room and to see their guys' eyes, because it's not just about winning a game. There's a lot of ways that you can find a way to win a game, right? We're trying to do something that's building not only for now, but also building for the future, and to see that response in adversity, and just like I said, all the pressure that these guys kind of put on themselves, and we put on, it's a human nature, but to go out there and to be able to respond in that moment, and to find a way to end this game victorious the way that we did, it was a great joy, and I'm really proud of this football team.